Well, hey everybody, it's been a minute, hasn't it? So this is my spring empties, and I'm just going to go through what I've gone through since I last filmed this in the winter. And first, can I just give a shout out to this lipstick? I'm 61 years old, and this is probably the last flaming colored lipstick that I will ever wear, because I actually don't love it, but it's pretty bold, and I love this. I didn't empty it yet, but I get oddly satisfied out of doing this. And this. Oh my God, that sounds so fun. Do it again. Love that click. This is what it looks like in the tube. I've got a lot to go, but what I like about it, it's Becca Flame, and it's pretty bright. I don't really think that it looks absolutely fabulous on me, but it's got a great smell too. Oh my God, that smells good. I love it just for the smell. So I'm trying to use it up because I bought it. I'm not returning it, and I can use it for cream blush. That looks nice too, but it'll take me a long time to use that up if I just use it for blush. So it's summertime, coming up to summertime, warm weather. So this is definitely wearable right now. And I'm just going to rock it until I can't rock it anymore. So that explains that. All right, so I've separated my categories into cleansers, moisturizers, makeup, and sunscreen, my favorite. So let's start with the cleansers first. So the first one is from Aveeno. I heard about this last winter. It's Aveeno Restorative Skin Therapy, and it is sulfate-free body wash. So I don't use soap. I use this on my body to wash, and it works fine, and it doesn't strip me of the oil. You know, my skin doesn't get really super dry now, and this works everywhere. So I just use this in the bathtub or the shower, and I have gone through 2 of them. So this winter or spring, so those go in the trash. The next thing is, I use this for a couple different things. This is Neutrogena body oil. It's a light sesame formula, but it's fragrance free, and I really try to avoid fragrances. It does have a slight pleasant odor to it. It's kind of a nice smell, but I think it's a natural smell. So I use this in bath water just at night so that I don't have to slather on cream afterward. This gives my skin a nice moisturizing effect, and I'm not so greasy when I get into bed, and because Carlo doesn't really like that, but I really like that for that. And the other reason I like this is in the summertime, when you're wearing sunscreen on your body, it's very hard to remove the sunscreen sometimes, especially if it's water resistant. So this goes on first, and then I emulsify it with water in the shower, and I put this on dry on my body, and then I rinse it off, and that takes off the sunscreen. So that's a definite repurchase. This is by CeraVe. It's their Hydrating Micellar Water. I won't repurchase this again. I got it because I thought it would be a nice first step of my double cleanse. It's an ultra gentle cleanser, and I'm all about ceramides, so I'm trying to find products that have ceramides in it, and CeraVe made their name from their ceramide products. Everything they have has ceramides in it, and that's really important as I get older, because ceramides are something that my body naturally produces, and as you get older, there's less production of it, which results in loss of skin elasticity, collagen breakdown, etc. So I want to put as much ceramide on my skin as I can. This also has niacinamide in it, but the reason I won't buy it again is I found some other products that I like better. I like a little bit more consistency, and this is just a little too watery for my first cleanse of my double cleanse. But this is probably really good for a lot of people, but I prefer a different experience when I'm cleaning my face, so I won't repurchase that. So that's it for cleansers. And now we're going to move on to some miscellaneous. This is Aveeno Therapeutic Shave Gel. This is my favorite shave gel. It's fragrance free. It lasts a long time. I like the gel. I like the feel that it has on my body. And even though it's fragrance free, it has a nice little natural smell to it. So that's a repurchase. These are petite silken wipes made by Intrinsic, and what they are they're little 4x4 squares that you can use to take off your makeup. And how I use them is I soak a 4x4 with some eye makeup remover, and I put it over my eye at night to just sort of softly remove my eye makeup and my mascara before I go in and do my first cleanse. That helps loosen up the makeup. And so I like these because they just are very natural on my skin. They're silken. I got these on Amazon, and I would get these again for sure. I'm just looking to see if there's anything else about it. It says ideal for applying post-wax lotions, calming gels, and products during facials. So a lot of maybe estheticians use this. So 4x4s. They also come in 8x8, I think. And those would be good to use on your face, but I would definitely repurchase that. Then I have some eyebrow razors, or razors in general. So these razors are made by Tinkle, and I really like them a lot. And I have repurchased these. I got these on Amazon. And I don't use these on my eyebrows, but I do use these on other facial hair that I have right here. Okay, I use it there, and trying to think if there's anywhere else I use it, because it's got kind of a large blade, and I generally will I'll use one a month, and then I replace it. So that's a repurchase. These I got, I think, in TJ Maxx. They're just very, very tiny. I do use these for my eyebrows. I pluck my eyebrows once a week on Saturday mornings, and then I go in and I just sort of touch up around what I haven't maybe plucked, and I just sort of do this. You have to be really careful not to shave your eyebrows off. I won't get these again, but I was just walking by one of those stands, and it had some on them, so I bought them. And they were tiny. That's what attracted me to them. But I'm taking kind of a break from those kind of razors, because what I'm doing once a month is I'm dermaplaning my own face. I bought a surgical blade, and that I really am enjoying that. And I've actually done it on a couple of people, my sisters. I did it on their face, and you know, if you went to an esthetician, you'd have to pay over $100 to have that done. And I feel very qualified and skilled to be able to do it. So I've been doing that to my own face, and I really like it a lot. The other thing that is kind of a miscellaneous item is this Lumify eye drops. I kept hearing on YouTube about how fabulous this was. You put some in your eye, and then it's supposed to make your eyes look a lot brighter. And I've tried this before, and I decided I wasn't going to buy it again, and then I got sucked into it for some reason. So I wear contacts, so you have to put this in 10 minutes before you put your contacts in. I don't see any big whoop for this for me, to be honest with you. I don't see a major difference in my eyes. What I do see is the inner corner of my eyes, they get sort of bleached, if you will. But I don't really have a lot of redness in my eyes. I don't have yellowing in my eyes. So maybe I'll change my mind in 5 or 10 years, but I don't really need that. I'm not going to buy it again. And then this is my favorite, my favorite product for taking off sunscreen on my hands after I put it on in the morning. This is by Target. It's their fragrance-free baby wipes. And how I use this is I take one sheet out before I put my sunscreen on. And sometimes I use tinted sunscreen, sometimes I don't. But in any case, it's hard to remove with water. So after I've put it on my face, I'll just wipe my hands with these fragrance-free wipes. I do not use these for any other reason. I don't take my makeup off with it because I don't want to tug at my skin to clean my face. I just use it for my hands for the sunscreen. So that's definitely a repurchase. All right, that's it for cleansers. So now we're going to move on to body products. CeraVe, of course, moisturizing cream, my absolute favorite for my body. This is loaded with ceramides, 3 essential ceramides. This does not have niacinamide in it. That's okay. I don't really care if that's on my body or not. Niacinamide is a nice vitamin that you can put on your face. I think it's a vitamin. Vitamin B3, yeah, I think so. This doesn't have that in it, but that's okay. It's a thick cream and it really keeps my body silky smooth. So I have gone through 2 of these this spring and I have already repurchased. And now we're going to move on to, that's the body cream. So I want to move on to some treatments. This is the Timeless Coenzyme Q10 Serum. This contains matrixyl 3000, which is a peptide. And peptides are amino acids that lead to the building of proteins and collagen. And the older you get, the less collagen you have. And so I'm doing whatever I can to slow that down. This has vitamin E in it, and it also has aloe in it and hyaluronic acid. So it's a good moisturizer. And so I put this on my face at night. I alternate with another Timeless product. Put this on my face at night after I've put on my tretinoin. And it also works with fine lines and wrinkles. So that's a definitely repurchased product. This is the Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair Eye Cream. This has retinol in it, and this is Neutrogena's recommended product if you want to use something around the eyes. Most dermatologists don't recommend that you use an eye cream at all. They say you can just use whatever face cream that you're putting on your face to put around your eyes, but they do say the only exception is if you want to put retinol around your eyes, because straight retinol for your face or tretinoin, which is a prescription retinol, is not safe for you to put around your eyes. So the only eye cream that is recommended if you're going to use eye cream is one specifically made for eyes with retinol in it. So I won't repurchase this because I have another product that I like much better that I'll talk about in a future Empties. It's actually, I'll just mention it, it's the Veen Retronol Eyes, and that has retinaldehyde in it, which is the one step below actual prescription retinoid. It's the strongest retinol you can get without a prescription. So this I won't use because I just like the other product better. But this is a good starter if anybody's interested in it. That's it for treatments, and now we're going to go on to face cleansing. These are some products that I use fairly regularly. This is the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. I really like this and have repurchased it. I have a couple more to use up. This is nice. It doesn't sting my eyes. This is the first step of my double cleanse. I put this on my dry face, rub it all over my face and really get it nice and loosens up my makeup. And then you emulsify it with water, and then you wash off your face with like CeraVe face cleanser or Vanna Cream face cleanser or something like that. and that removes this. So then you know you've gotten all your makeup off and that your face is really clean. So that's a repurchase. I've already repurchased. This I tried. It's a Neutrogena Makeup Remover Melting Balm. It was fine. It was much less expensive than the Clinique Take the Day Off. It's fragrance free. I liked it, but I didn't love it. So I'm not going to repurchase that. Just wanted to try it. This one, however, I loved this, and I have another one, and I almost don't want to open it because I love it so much. I love how this smells. It's fragrance free, but it has an interesting smell. I don't even know how to describe it. The word that comes to my mind is marijuana. It's not marijuana, but it does have a lot of interesting oils in it, and it does have hemp seed oil, so maybe that's what I'm smelling. It has cucumber seed oil, camellia seed oil, what else? Other words I can't pronounce. Blueberry, I can say that, blueberry seed oil. It's just a beautiful, beautiful product. It was expensive. I don't remember how much it costs, but it's made by Deviant Skincare, and it's a UK company, so I had to pay for shipping too to get it here. It's a cleansing concentrate to cleanse and soothe. Look at the cute little emblem it has on it. I like that. It's like removable. I could remove it if I wanted to. It's just so fancy. The box is fancy, but the product feels so good on your skin, and I love the whole experience. So once I don't know if I'll repurchase it after I've used the second one, but I really like this a lot. And then the last thing, which is not a cleanser, it's a treatment, is this product by Beauty Stat. This is their Universal C Skin Refiner. I really like this a lot. It's got 20% vitamin C, L-ascorbic acid, which is probably the strongest amount that my skin can tolerate. I can't tolerate it in a serum, but this seems to not ruin my face. This brightens, retexturizes, and firms. Vitamin C is a great antioxidant, and I really believe in it, and I'm using another vitamin C product right now. But I like this because this is sort of like a slow release version of vitamin C. It's encapsulated, so it's supposed to release the product throughout the day. I will buy this again. I am going to bring this on my motorcycle trip when Carlo and I go on our 2-week trip to Michigan. The reason I'll bring this one is because it is in a cream form. It's in a container where no light can get to it. It won't have to be refrigerated. I think it'll be much more user-friendly for the road. So I will repurchase that. I have repurchased it. So I like that. Moving on to creams. So this is the CeraVe PM Facial Moisturizing Lotion. Ultra lightweight. So I didn't use this so much in the spring or even in the winter, but it's really good for the warmer temperatures. So I'm using this now on my neck and my chest. I have another product that I'm using on my face, but Carlo uses this too. I finally got him to use moisturizer on his face. But what I like about this is it's got niacinamide in it, glycerin, and ceramides, and it's got a lot of nice moisturizing ingredients. So this is a repurchase. I tried this product out that I got on sale at TJ Maxx. This is the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Barrier Cream. It's safe for sensitive skin. I did like this. This was very a thin consistency. And I think for my dry skin, I would rather have the intensive care model for this cream. This is just okay, I think, for just normal skin. I think it would be good for people with oily skin as well, but I'd like a little bit more substance to it. So, but I did like it. Then these two products are the same product. I've gone through two of these. This is the Olay Regenerist Night Recovery Cream. I think this has been discontinued, so this is not going to be a repurchase. And even if it wasn't discontinued, I wouldn't repurchase it because I've got some other products that are working better for me. This is fragrance free. It's Olay Regenerist. I do love their products, but I found some other things that I like better that I will be using. But this was perfectly good, and I would highly recommend that. This is one of the products that I liked a lot. It's the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Face Cream. It's fragrance free. This is a really nice face cream. I've gone through two of these. This has, let's see, I can't read it. Too small. A lot of good stuff. Niacinamide. So this is a thicker product than the First Aid Beauty that I showed you earlier. This also has, I think it has squalane in it, which is a really good emollient. This also has some peptides in it. This is a really good over-the-counter moisturizer, and it says with hyaluronic acid and peptide complex. So this is really a nice product. I would repurchase that, but I have some other products I'm trying, but I wouldn't be opposed to buying this again. And I really like this a lot. I didn't like it the first time I tried it. This is the CeraVe Skin Renewing Night Cream. This is a cream that I will use for more colder weather at night. This is the product that I will use instead of the Olay Regenerist Night Recovery Cream. This has peptides in it and ceramides, hyaluronic acid, and niacinamide. So it hits all of my checkpoints. So I will definitely repurchase this again when the weather gets cooler. It helps to restore the protective skin barrier. This is really good for people with normal dry skin. I really like it a lot. Will repurchase. Those are my creams. That's the end of the creams. So now we're going to move on to sunscreen, my favorite topic. This is from Dr. Sam from the UK. Dr. Sam's Flawless Gossamer Tint. I won't repurchase this. It costs a lot of money to export it out of the UK to get it to me. I just, I liked the idea of it. It's got a very, very mild tint. It goes on sort of satiny, but it's expensive and it costs a lot for shipping, and I wasn't in love with it. It just didn't really, I just wasn't in love with it. It's hard to rub in, I would also say, and occasionally pilled, so I would not repurchase that. My favorite SPF 30 sunscreen continues to be this Olay Regenerist Mineral Sunscreen. This stuff is amazing. It's 17.5% zinc oxide, and when I put it on, you can't see it, which is super amazing for zinc oxide, because usually you end up looking pasty with it, and I don't, and I love this. So I have 3 more bottles of this in my bathroom, so I will repurchase and have repurchased. Alright, I gave this another try. Elta MD UV Elements. I keep wanting to like it, but I keep remembering that it's not the right tint for me. So I'm not going to repurchase this, and I gave my sister Mary the 2 unopened bottles I have. This is a really good sunscreen, but I have to mix it with another sunscreen in order to get the right tint, and I just don't know if I'm made for tinted sunscreens. When I wear makeup, I don't care if I'm wearing a tint or not. The only time I really care is if I'm not wearing makeup, and I just don't want to, I want to look like me but better. And so if I mix this with another product that's a lighter sunscreen, this works well, but that's just too much work. This is water resistant, which is good, 40 minutes, but it's just not the right tint for me. So that's how I feel today. Maybe I'll change my mind again. Who knows? But I'm not repurchasing this for a while. Okay. I just want to say OMG. This was something. Oh my gosh. This is the Sun Forgettable Total Protection Face Shield in bronze. Note to self, if you have the same skin color as I do, do not purchase this for your sunscreen. You will not look like a goddess. You will just have everybody wondering what happened to your face. I used it all up while I was not physically present at work, and I was on Zoom calls, and I really didn't care that much. I kind of figured maybe I'll look like I'm on TV and it won't look like that bad, but it was bad. Recently, what I've heard is one way to use this product, and I'm not going to buy it again to try it, but you could use it as a bronzer in very small amounts for makeup. But I didn't love it enough to buy it again, and I don't need bronzer that bad. I'd rather use the ones that I have, but this does not work on my skin color. Nobody my skin color or lighter than me should even think about buying this product. But if you have a medium to dark skin tone, this might work really, really well. So aside from the color, it's got a lot of good stuff in it, and it's SPF 50. PA+++, which is a very good indication of UV protection. It's broad spectrum, and so it would be great for someone other than my skin tone. So anyway, so glad when that was used up. What I do like is, or I did like, I thought I did, was this Cetaphil Sheer Mineral Face Liquid Sunscreen, broad spectrum SPF 50. Formulated for sensitive skin, contains vitamin E, water resistant for 80 minutes. I kind of did like this at first. I thought, oh my God, this is a great product. There was no white cast or minimal white cast. It's got 12% zinc oxide. And I liked it because it was 50 as opposed, I thought I would try this compared to my Olay Regenerist Mineral SPF 30. But it had a slightly mattifying effect on my skin, and I didn't really like how it felt, so I would not repurchase that. But I think if you have oily skin, you might like this, but I probably won't repurchase this. I just love my SPF 30 Olay so much better, and there's not a huge amount of difference in sunscreen protection between a 30 and a 50. There's only 1% more coverage for sunscreen protection between a 30 and a 50, so I won't repurchase that. This is the Sun Forgettable Sunscreen Powder, SPF 50. And I do like this, and I would repurchase this again, and I will continue to. I've learned to use this a little bit differently than I was using it. Apparently, in order to get the full SPF that's in this, number one, you should not use this as your primary sunscreen. It's not enough. But it is good if you absolutely have no way to touch up your sunscreen during the day with sunscreen, or if you wear makeup and you don't want to put sunscreen over your makeup. But I have learned a trick to doing that, and I am doing that periodically. But for the most part, I'm inside, so this works really well. And so the way to really use this effectively is to think about your face as break it into quadrants. So each quadrant, you should be spending 15 seconds rubbing this on. So I break it up into quadrants, I do it for 15 seconds, move on to the next quadrant, do that for 15 seconds, and I do that all over my face, and then I know I've gotten enough on. So that's a repurchase. This is the best brush-on sunscreen, I think, on the market for me. This is an SPF 50 PA with 4 pluses, so you can't beat that. That's all the sunscreen. Now we're going to move on to makeup. I really liked this a lot. This was a small little sample of Superhero It mascara. I really like that a lot. The wand is very thin. I'm going to show you. This is the wand. I like I like how long and thin that is. I don't really like the big clumpy ones that look like an hourglass. This is a lot more manageable, and this works really well to thicken my lashes, lengthen and thicken my lashes. So I've got that on my left eye today, and I've got a different sample product on my right eye. So I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to show you. So can you see? That's my left eye. That's my right eye. Okay, anyway, a couple of lip products. I use this up. This is the Bite Agave Lip Mask. This is in clear. The way I used this was at night before I went to bed. I wanted to use it up because I don't want to buy it again, although I did like it. I like how it smells, but I don't really like putting it on my finger and then putting it on my lips and then have to wipe my finger off. I don't really like that, so I won't repurchase that. I have a different product that I'm using. This is another lip product that I really like a lot. This is liquid lipstick, which I never thought I would be that attracted to, but I love this color. This looked really good on my lips. This is called Send Nudes. This is by Wet n Wild. It's called Liquid Catsuit, and I really like this a lot. It's the High Shine lipstick, and I did go through this. I would repurchase, but I've got so much lip stuff to use up that it will be a while if I ever get back to it, or if they will even make it by the time I get ready to go back to it. But I did like that a lot, love the color. And then a couple of eyebrow pencils. This is Precisely My Brow from Benefit, and this is the color 3. This is my best color. This is sort of like a soft, warm brown. I like this a lot because it's got a thin tip, so you can control your brush in precision strokes, and then it's got a spoolie on the end. I just like how this feels, but it's expensive, and I found this product that worked just as well. This is by NYX. This is their High Micro Brow Pencil, and this was in taupe, which was too light for me, but this would be, I was trying it out because in case my eyebrows start going gray, I wanted to see how it looked. So taupe is too light for me. Eventually I probably will need taupe, but this would be really good for people with definitely gray eyebrows or blonde eyebrows. It has a spoolie on the end, and it has the same type of thin tip, and I think it only costs $10, which is half the price of Benefit. So I have repurchased this, and that's actually what I have on my eyebrows today. I have soft brown on. That's a better color for me. I like this a lot. I've made it through an actual eyeshadow. I can't even believe it, how many years I've had this. This is by MAC. It's Rice Paper. It was sort of a neutral skin tone colored eyeshadow, which I would use as a base for my eyeshadow. It would go all over my lid, and then I would apply the color. I won't repurchase this again because I have other products that I'm using that will take me forever to get through, and by the time I go to repurchase this again, it probably will be discontinued, but I did like it a lot. And then this is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser. This is the concealer in Brightener. This was too bright for me. I was glad it was gone. It works really, really well, but I don't even really know if I need an under eye concealer, to be honest with you. It tends to crease even though I put on a little tiny amount, but I'm using up what I have, and I'll decide if I'm going to buy any more. But I wouldn't buy this again, the Brightener, but I am using the neutralizer and the one in light, which they seem to be very much the same to me. Today I put on the neutralizer under here on my left eye, and I put the light under here on my right eye, and I honestly don't even see a difference. And I don't even know if it actually is brightening my eye. I think it is, but I can't really tell. So I don't know. Jury's still out on whether I think I even need concealer or not, so I don't know if I'll repurchase it. And then the last thing is this. I went through this. This is it. Bye Bye Pores. This was a powder. And the way I would use this is after I put on the concealer, I would just dust a little bit of this powder underneath my eyes, and that would help to set the concealer. But I think what happens again is the powder settles in my creases. So I don't think I'm going to repurchase that again. I'm going to use up the translucent pressed powder that I have. I'm not sure that I need a loose powder. At least that's how I feel today. So could change my mind. So yeah, so that's it for the empties. Thanks for staying with me, and I will see you at the end of the summer.